Greetings and welcome to session 3 or 4 of Try Praying, where we're thinking about giving thanks. My view on giving thanks is that rather than the form of words, primarily, it's about being thankful. And so what we have is how do you end up by wanting to give thanks? I think it's about having something that you value, that you see as a gift. And just to explain that, the things that we don't feel thankful for are things that we just think ought to happen anyway. And therefore, we don't feel that it's worthy of thanks. We don't see it as a gift. We see it as something that should be there, either like health, well, we should be healthy, or other people doing what they ought to do. And we only value something as a gift is it's above the line of what should have happened, and therefore we give thanks for it. And below that line, we have things that annoy us, and we feel sorry about them. Above the line, we sometimes we are thankful for the actual gift, the gift of health, or the gift of a particularly lovely gift. But sometimes our attention gets distracted to the giver, and we feel that the relational aspect of what's just happened is the thing that is having the greatest emotional reaction, because we have been graced. And that gives a variant of thanks, which is praise. And in the Old Testament, thanks and praise are almost used interchangeably. And the words, it's not obvious which is which. And that's very different to when people don't go up to our expectations, and they don't do what they ought to have done. We have a negative view of those. When I first thought about this talk, I thought that that was the essence of it. There are examples in the Bible of people who aren't valuing things, that seem to be taking stuff for granted. So good health with the lepers that were healed, they quickly get into feeling that good health is just a given, and therefore it's not necessary to go and thank Jesus. The person that has been forgiven a lot just thinks that, well, me not being in debt, that's to be expected, and is completely oblivious to the fact that the person that he then throws in jail should feel the same as him. He's basically living in disgrace, and he's not thinking about what it is to be graced. And when I first thought about this talk, I thought that maybe the answer is to move the line of what you take for granted, and to move it a bit low so that you view things as a gift. To my mind, I've got a more radical view, which is that I just want to live in a world that is one where we have a reaction to grace, whatever the circumstances. And that's alongside the disgrace, so that when a bus comes 3 times out of 4, it's a gift that they give us of being on time. And we could complain, yes, and be sorrowful for the things that are not good. But we can, alongside the sorrow and the anger for the disgrace, just have thanks and praise for the things that are good. And I think that that may be the solution to not feeling thankful, is to focus on everything in life being a gift. And where there's a lack of a gift, that we can lament and feel sorrow and we can anger. But what we don't do is to judge somebody, because God is our judge and God is their judge. And that everybody is a mixture of of grace and disgrace. And that everybody, therefore, when they exhibit grace, even if it's a small amount, that we can react to that as a gift. So somebody who does 9 pathetic, really negative things towards us and doesn't do a whole load of things that they ought to do, when they do the one thing that they can do, that they choose to do towards us, we can react to that with genuine thanks and praise. I commend that to you as a way of being thankful, and I wish you well as you discuss it.